So, it is very early on a Thursday morning, and I am that bored I've actually decided to cut my way into next week's segment. So, this is being recorded like 4 days in advance. This is bloody ridiculous. So anyways, who is prepared to witness the haul that I picked up off screen? Because this is definitely the biggest one yet. To the point where it's actually gone into the second box. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring up the stat thing here, and you can have a look on the bottom where I got it from. The far-fetched, I can't even remember if I showed this off screen. Actually, I think I did. Or, actually, I can't even remember whether I did or not, but yeah. This is just sort of there. I actually had to use this for a couple of Rebel tricks in order to get some other stuff. Like this here, Roselia. This is a 1%er. Actually, technically it was a 2%er, but I couldn't repel trick for a level 18 one, so I had to go for the 19. This Curly is a 1%er. These three weren't difficult to get. Remoraid was with the good rod. Fearbeast was with the good rod. Psyduck good rod. This is a 1%er. This is with the good rod. This was pretty obvious. Found this one on the way back to get the Mr. Mime trade. I was actually planning on getting this after I beat Lieutenant Surge, but it just decided to show up at that point, so far be it from me to decline this thing a spot in my collection. Anyways, stuff in Vermilion City. This is his 1%er. Route 6 actually had two 1%ers. It was this and the Lombre. Then, I'm not even sure how rare this was, but yeah. This is the Good Rod on Route 4. That was with Good Rod, Route 18 stuff. I think the rarest one there was the Boltoy, even though I think that was like a 4% or something like that. I got this from trading the Magnemite just outside the other side of Diglett's Cave. It was holding a Citrus Berry. This was for the C-Dots, and this was actually holding an Ice Beam TM, so that was very nice. Well worth the trade. And then there's these two, which are actually kind of interesting because, as far as I remember, these two were not supposed to be on Route 24. I'm not too sure if it's like another modification to this ROM that I made, or if this was actually like their intended position. But I actually thought that these two were actually not implemented in the game either. I thought that the creator forgot to put these two into the game, and so I stuck them on some arbitrary route later on in the game, but evidently that won't be needed anymore if they actually can in fact be found on Route 24 legitimately. Or as legitimately as it can be, considering it's a ROM hack. And so lastly, Carvana was their good rod. This, I had to save state abuse to get it into the ball because it was really being stupid with teleport. I had to do the same thing with the Cavalier because they kept spamming teleport as well. And then the Dunsparce right there. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to quickly grab a couple of these Pokemon and move them into their boxes, because we're not quite done with the Pokemon obtaining shtick here. So let me go ahead and grab these. I think 6 should do the trick. Whereabouts are these guys supposed to go? Hang on. You're 270. Okay, so you're meant to be in this box over here. And then there's that. And then those two are in the correct spot. Okay. That should be enough room. Yeah, it should be enough room. There's no more Pokemon that I need to actually catch until after I beat Lieutenant Surge, which incidentally is what I'm going to be doing in this segment now that I've sorted that part out. I've also dropped Zigzagoon from the team and replaced it with a Meowth. I kind of figured the higher level would increase the chances of getting good stuff with pickup. And so when we cut this, we find a Nurse Joy and a Thunderstone. I just knew that was a Thunderstone. And this Nurse Joy, very much like the Officer Jenny in Pokemon Yellow, gives you a Squirtle. So that's one of the starters. I actually can't remember where the other two Kanto starters are. I think one of them is in the Pokemon Center outside the Rock Tunnel. I'm not too. I think that that's a Charmander. I would not know for the life of me where the Bulbasaur is. It might be back in that route gate over on Route 11. So, would probably be a good idea to not lead with Starmie, because Starmie would not be a very good idea in a gym that is clearly for electric type Pokemon. I'd actually love to use the Dugtrio in this, because exceptionally high level would mean it would make this considerably easier. I don't know what the hell that sound was, but whatever. So then, thank you, Criticals. That makes things go through a little bit smoothly. And of course, Thunderwave has to be a douche. Same thing with them. Double team. Same thing with the RNG. Thanks a lot there, game. Whatever. I should have some... Unless I wasted the cherry berries. I didn't waste those cherries, did I? Yeah, I did. Damn it. I think when I was like trying to catch a Pokemon earlier, I kept using cherry berries, and the Pokemon like against like it had like Stun Spore or something. Every time I used a cherry berry, it would Stun Spore and hit again. So I ended up wasting like 3 or 4 cherry berries. And what are you holding? Has to be a berry. Yeah, I'd love to have had another cherry berry. That would have been really nice. I'm actually kind of considering giving a dig to Aron here, just so that it has a fair idea about, like, just so it's got some kind of a chance in this gym. Especially since Surge's Raichu is actually pretty bloody busted. You'll see that when we actually get to this point, because of course on top of having to navigate the trainers, there's also the stupid puzzle that has been plaguing our minds since... Oh my god, Parafusion. No, 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 god damn it! Oh, for the love of crap. And... yeah, Starmie's the only one that actually has a super effective move. And Magnet Pull. Oh, I hate you so much. Stop hitting yourself in confusion. And of course, the one attack that I do get in does absolutely nothing. I'm being owned by a Magnemite. This is bullshit. Water Pulse, kill it. Oh my god, now I have to go back to the bloody Pokemon Center and heal. That was stupid. What the hell was that Magnemite on? Seriously, what the hell was that Magnemite on? I have no response to that, to what the hell it just did. If I'd like had the intelligence, if I'd had the foresight to just get some paralyze heals, I wouldn't have had to worry about it, because Growlithe would have just about one-shotted it with Ember, but evidently I was too much of a dumbass to do that, and that Elekid should actually be a Electabuzz. That being said, I'm thankful that it is not, because I'd rather not be dealing with that sort of bullcrap at this point in the game. And more Parahacks. Okay, whatever. Gonna go back and heal again. It's not like I'm wasting that much time. I had to... The likelihood was that I wasn't going to get anything else done after Lieutenant Surge bit, so I figured I might as well have filled up a bit of time. Okay, so now, time to have a look in these trash cans for some buttons. Nope. Just pretty simple, just check it systematically. Okay, nothing in the top row. Oh, hello. Okay, now please be here. Oh, for the love of crap. Alright, back we go. The locks are usually, like, right next to each other, so, like, as soon as you see one lock, it should usually be right next to it. Oh, okay, hang on. Okay, let's try again. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, God, now they moved it this time around. Yeah, this is going to be so stupid. The RNG either loves you or hates you when it comes to this puzzle. Okay, so it's on the bottom row, definitely. Wait, what? I've checked these other two. Hang on. Okay, that's really stupid. I checked this one. No, there's no button. Check this one. Hey, there's a button. Go back to check this one. Hey, there's suddenly a button now. Oh my god, I don't understand the logic in that in the slightest. I'm not even going to try to describe it, it's just really stupid. I think Aron's a pretty good lead here. Let me go ahead and save state, because I'm probably going to get my ass handed to me by this.
some amount of fail later.
You see this thing here? This right here should be enough evidence to you of how much of a piece of shit Lieutenant Surge is. I've actually had to draft this Doug Trio into my team just so I'd have a chance at beating this guy. This guy has... I have not seen anywhere near as much luck hacks by any gym leader ever. Let me actually check this thing's speed. Okay, it's actually the fastest, so that's gonna help me out a considerable amount. But yeah, this is ridiculous. I will try to explain what's going on, assuming I don't frickin' get pissed off from all the bullcrap luck hacks that I'm about to get dealt. Oh my god. I've gone through like a dozen failed attempts at this. This is ridiculous. Only once have I actually gotten through to his last Pokemon, because most of the other occasions, the rest of his team have just gotten enough luck hacks and just paralyzing me and all this bullcrap. So, I decided to go for a sleep strategy. The problem is, they wake up within like 1 or 2 turns. I'm actually kind of astounded that the Flaffy's been stayed asleep for this long. Yeah, and it's got to go to bloody, yeah. It's got to wake up at this point, of course. That, although is fair enough, because I've got a super potion here, so I can deal with that. That and the fact that I outspeed it means this Razor Leaf should kill it. Yeah. Not sure if the critical was necessary, but it was very welcome anyway. Now, Manectric, I'd love to stay in here, because I've got the 3 things up. The problem is, this thing has Flamethrower, and of course, it's going to far outspeed... Yeah, it's going to far outspeed, it's going to far outspeed Weeping Bell, so I have to send Dugtrio in here. Dig is my best move. I think it has an increased power, so it should do a considerable amount of damage to Manectric, plus the level difference. We'll have to see what happens here. Okay, it's a one-shot. I am so thankful. This Dugtrio is going to make things so much easier. That paralysis doesn't exactly... Yeah, that paralysis is not particularly nice to have, but it's perfectly fine, because I can just send something in his death fodder here. I don't want to get rid of the Growlithe because he's got a Magneton. I will send in Aron and see what this thing can do while I heal this Dugtrio up. It's got Thunder Wave, okay, so that sounds about right. And it's... Okay, so it's Parafusion Specialist, it seems. And it's got Water Pulse. I don't know why it didn't go for Water Pulse in the first place, but whatever. I could send in Dugtrio, but I can just kill this thing with Weeping Bell. It's perfectly fine. Just get another hit there like that, and it's going to confuse Ray because it understands that I am pretty damn deadly here. Okay, Jolteon. This is where I need Dugtrio, because this Jolteon is super freaking quick, but it's got fuck all speed. I mean, it's got fuck all defenses. So a Dig should kill this thing. Agility, that's a thing, but that means it's just, yeah, Pin Missile's not going to do that much, especially since I'm just going to do that sort of jazz to it. So this has been much easier so far. This is where the challenge lies, though, in this here Raichu. I'm trying to bank on its lack of defense as well so that Dig can one-shot it. Because this thing you're about to find out, yeah, it's got Surf. Dugtrio's not going to live a Surf. And it's also got Focus Punch right there. Focus Punch is not going to happen though, because Dig's a thing. And thank God the Raichu is dead. Okay, so I've basically won this. All I've got to do is switch in some Death Fodder so that I can heal Dugtrio up again. And then I just dig and kill it. That's literally all I do here. I feel really bad for having to bloody draft this Dugtrio into my team. But I would not have been able to beat this thing any other way except by adding a whole bunch more friggin' grinding. And I couldn't be fucked doing that. It got to the point where this fight was so freaking annoying that I had to just keep going at it just to prove that I could do it. And then I just couldn't. And so I'm just like, well, fuck this. I might as well just get it over and done with, so I had to bloody draft in that Dugtrio. So, that trio will get an honourable mention at the end of the LP for helping me knock Lieutenant Surge over because he's a luck-hacking prick. Ugh. And you know what? This could probably end up being like a 10-minute segment as well. That's the really suckish part, because I've got absolutely no idea how I'm doing on time, because I filmed like the first 4 or 5 attempts with the first half of this recording, and that was about 19 minutes long. So I don't know exactly how long that chunk of the segment is, and I'm not too sure how long this chunk of the segment is. So I've got absolutely no idea what the hell I'm doing time-wise. So I think just for the hell of it, I will go up here and just sort of be all like and add some kind of like padding to the video in case this video is incredibly short, but this is kind of terrible. Like, hopefully the next video will be a lot better. I'm actually going to go and... Actually, I'm not too sure if I can reach that grass on Route 9 without finding some trainers, so I'm not even going to bother trying. I'd like to be able to know where the Bulbasaur is, though, so I will try to find that off screen. I can just watch Jish's LP of this game and navigate that from there. But yeah, with that out of the way, next time we're gonna proceed onward towards the rock tunnel, but probably not go exploring in it.